Hey guys, Apple will soon be releasing iOS 17.4 worldwide, so everyone will soon be able to update to this next update on their iPhones. However, in this video, I want to talk about a few things you should know about and perhaps even consider before you decide to update to iOS 17.4. Now, in regards to release dates, we're approximately 3 to 4 days away from the official release. Today is March 1st. I expect this update to be released on the week of the 4th, perhaps Monday the 4th. So before you update, here's a few things you should know in regards to iOS 17.4. So the first thing I want to talk about is when you go to download iOS 17.4, avoid updating using your cell service. So if you see the update on your iPhone, make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi. That way it will download a lot quicker and the process should be smoother. So I've had a few issues with the betas updating using the cell service on this device. So Wi-Fi would be your best option. So it goes a lot quicker and smoother when you go to update to iOS 17.4. Just keep that one in mind. Now, number two, the new clock widget. Now, I love this widget. It is super cool. It is called the City Digital widget. However, there's a few things. Number one, the time sometimes is buggy. It doesn't show the proper time for whatever reason. And when you go to edit the time or the city here, it doesn't populate every single city. So your city may not be available. For example, mine's not. So Tampa, Florida here, it's not available, as you can see right there. So yeah, just keep in mind that not every city will be available on the new City Digital. I'm not sure why that is, but that's also something just to keep in mind if you decide to use the new City Digital clock. Now, something else I wanted to talk about is side loading, because side loading is coming to iOS 17.4. However, there seems to be a bit of a confusion on this one. So if you don't live in the EU, you will not get side loading on your iPhone. Now, for those of you that may not know what side loading is, side loading basically allows you to install apps from third-party marketplaces or third-party app stores, just like you can on a Mac or an Android device and things like that. But this is only happening in the EU. So if you don't live there, you won't be getting side loading on your iPhone with iOS 17.4. Now, for the EU and EU only, there's also the new option to select a different default browsers. So when you go to open links or extensions that typically open within Safari, you'll be able to choose any browser of your choice. However, default browser options will only be available for the EU region. So not everyone will be able to do this from day one when updating to iOS 17.4. Perhaps it will be coming later for other countries, but right now it won't be available for everyone, only for the EU. So just keep those two things in mind. Now, the last thing I want to talk about and make you guys aware of are current issues being reported in regards to Apple Pay. So if you have a business that relies on Apple Pay, there's an increasing number of reports mentioning that Apple Pay is having issues, especially within the EU region. We've seen various posts over on Reddit. I've seen a few issues happening here in the US. Within the latest iOS 17.4 RC, it appears that there's issues with Apple Pay. Not everyone, it doesn't seem like this is a widespread issue, although we have to wait confirmation directly from Apple to see if this is actually a major issue happening here. But again, an increasing number of reports continue to mention that Apple Pay is having issues, especially in the EU region. So if you run a business that relies on Apple Pay and things like that, I would say just hold off before updating to iOS 17.4 until we get an official confirmation from Apple that this is not a widespread issue. And these are just some of the things I wanted to make you guys aware of before you consider updating to iOS 17.4. Again, the update should be available worldwide within the next 3 to 4 days or so. So on the week of the 4th of March or the 5th of March, iOS 17.4 should be available. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this information helpful, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.